You've been showering wrong your entire life, and it's aging you faster. Most seniors scrub their whole body daily with soap, destroying the protective barrier that keeps them healthy. Dermatologists studying centenarians discovered something shocking. Those living past 100 wash only 6 specific body parts. Everything else, they leave alone. Today, you'll discover the 6 body parts that actually need soap and water, and why washing everything else accelerates skin aging, weakens immunity, and increases infection risk after 65. Overwashing strips away your skin's natural oils and beneficial bacteria that protect you from disease. We'll cover the exact areas requiring daily attention, the proper techniques for aging skin, and why centenarians who follow this approach have dramatically healthier skin and stronger immune systems. This single change could add years to your life, starting with your very next shower. Body Part 1. Your face. Your face is ground zero for bacteria, environmental pollutants, and oil buildup that directly impacts both your health and how quickly you age. Unlike most of your body, your face is constantly exposed, touching surfaces, encountering airborne particles, and producing sebum that traps debris throughout the day. This makes it the single most important area requiring daily cleansing. You know, the skin on your face is remarkably different from the rest of your body. It's thinner, more delicate, and has a higher concentration of oil glands. Once you hit 65, facial skin becomes even more fragile as collagen production drops and the protective lipid barrier weakens. Yet this is precisely when proper face washing becomes most critical for preventing infections, skin conditions, and premature aging. Your face accumulates bacteria from countless sources, touching your face unconsciously throughout the day, phones pressed against your cheek, pillowcases, glasses, and simply breathing in urban environments. Studies show the average person touches their face 16 times per hour, transferring bacteria from hands to facial skin repeatedly. Without proper daily cleansing, this bacterial load can cause infections, clogged pores, and inflammatory conditions that compromise skin health. For seniors, the stakes are higher. Age-related immune decline means your body fights infections less effectively. A bacterial buildup that a younger person's immune system would handle easily can develop into cellulitis or other serious skin infections in someone over 65. Regular face washing is your first line of defense. However, technique matters enormously. Most seniors, you know, tend to wash their faces a bit too aggressively with products that are just too harsh for aging skin. The goal isn't to strip every bit of oil. Those natural oils actually protect and moisturize your increasingly dry skin. You want to remove accumulated bacteria, pollutants, and excess oil, while, importantly, preserving your skin's protective barrier. Use lukewarm water, never hot, because hot water strips natural oils excessively. Choose a gentle, fragrance-free cleanser specifically formulated for sensitive or mature skin. Harsh soaps designed for body use are far too aggressive for facial skin. Apply cleanser with your fingertips using gentle circular motions. No scrubbing, no washcloths, since those create micro tears in delicate facial skin. Focus on the T-zone, where oil naturally accumulates, your forehead, nose and chin. These areas can handle slightly more attention. Be extra gentle around your eyes, where the skin is thinnest and most vulnerable to damage. The entire process should take about 30 to 60 seconds. Thorough but gentle. Body part 2. Your armpits. Your armpits are one of the body's most active bacterial breeding grounds, and they absolutely require daily attention. Unlike most body parts where bacteria are harmless or even beneficial, armpit bacteria break down sweat into compounds that create odour, and more importantly for seniors, can lead to skin irritation and fungal infections if left unchecked. The armpit environment is uniquely challenging. It's warm, moist, and has limited air circulation. These conditions are perfect for bacterial and fungal overgrowth. After 65, your immune system's ability to control this microbial population diminishes, making proper armpit hygiene essential for preventing infections that can become serious health issues. So, apocrine glands in your armpits actually produce a protein-rich sweat that bacteria just love to feed on. While body odour itself isn't really dangerous, the bacterial overgrowth that causes it does mean there's an environment where harmful microorganisms can thrive. Seniors with diabetes or compromised immunity are especially at risk for armpit infections, including intertrigo, which is a painful inflammatory condition that causes red, raw skin in those body folds. Now, a lot of seniors, often without realizing it, can make armpit problems worse by washing improperly. You might think using harsh antibacterial soaps is the way to go, but that actually disrupts your skin's natural defense system. Your skin works hard to maintain a delicate pH balance and a population of beneficial bacteria that protect you from harmful invaders. When you wash aggressively with strong soaps, you wipe out both the good and bad bacteria, which leaves the area more vulnerable when the harmful bacteria inevitably come back. The proper approach here is to use a mild soap and focus on thorough but gentle cleansing. Be sure to lift your arm all the way up to expose the entire armpit. Then use your hand to apply a small amount of gentle soap, working it into a light lather. Pay close attention to those creases and folds where bacteria like to concentrate. The main goal is to remove the bacterial food source, like sweat and dead skin cells, without destroying your skin's protective barrier. Rinse completely. Soap residue left in your armpits can cause irritation and honestly create an environment that's even more welcoming to fungal growth. You know, a lot of seniors just don't rinse thoroughly enough, especially if lifting your arms fully is uncomfortable due to mobility issues. Incomplete rinsing is actually a primary cause of persistent armpit irritation. Drying is just as important and, well, it's often overlooked. Moisture trapped in your armpits after showering creates the perfect breeding ground for fungus. So, pat the area completely dry with a clean towel, and then, if you can, give it a few minutes of air exposure before you get dressed. Some dermatologists even recommend using a hairdryer on the cool setting to make sure everything is really dry, especially for seniors who are prone to yeast infections. Let me share a quick story. A 70-year-old former teacher developed a recurring rash under her arms that just wouldn't respond to over-the-counter treatments. Her doctor found out she was using antibacterial body wash and immediately putting on tight clothing while her armpits were still damp. That combination had led to a chronic yeast infection. She switched to a gentle soap, made sure she dried completely, and started wearing breathable fabrics. The infection cleared up within 2 weeks, and well, it never came back. Body part 3, your groin area. The groin region really does demand daily washing for critical health reasons, and these reasons become even more important after 65. This area has skin folds, mucous membranes, and a warm, moist environment where bacteria and yeast can multiply pretty quickly if not managed properly. For seniors, neglecting groin hygiene can lead to urinary tract infections, yeast overgrowth, skin breakdown, and even some painful inflammatory conditions that can seriously impact your quality of life. After 65, there are several age-related changes that make groin hygiene both more challenging and honestly more important. Incontinence issues, even minor ones, mean urine exposure that can irritate the skin and feed bacterial growth. Reduced mobility makes thorough cleaning a lot harder. Thinning skin tears more easily, and decreased immune function means infections develop faster and, well, take longer to heal. All of these factors combine to make proper groin washing essential preventive medicine. Yet, many seniors wash this area incorrectly, either too aggressively or not thoroughly enough. Some folks feel embarrassed discussing or addressing groin hygiene, which can lead to inadequate cleaning. Others scrub vigorously with harsh soaps, damaging those delicate tissues and disrupting the protective bacterial balance. Both approaches honestly create problems. The groin area includes the external genitals, the perineum, and inner thigh creases, all requiring attention but with different needs. For men, this means gently washing the penis scrotum and the area between the scrotum and anus. For women, it includes the vulva-labial folds and perineum. These tissues are more delicate than regular body skin, and, well, they require gentler treatment. Use only mild, unscented soap or specialized intimate wash products. Heavily fragranced or antibacterial soaps disrupt the natural pH balance, which is especially problematic for women, since it can trigger yeast infections or bacterial vaginosis. The vagina is self-cleaning and should never have soap inside it. Wash only the external tissues. For men, gently retract the foreskin if uncircumcised to clean beneath it, where build-up can cause infections. Water temperature matters significantly. Many seniors use hot water, thinking it cleans better, but heat actually damages delicate genital tissues and strips protective oils excessively. Use comfortably warm water and, keep the direct spray gentle. High-pressure shower streams can really irritate sensitive tissues. So, proper technique actually means using your hand rather than a washcloth, since washcloths can harbour bacteria and are just too abrasive for the delicate genital skin. You want to apply a small amount of soap to your hand, gently wash all the external surfaces and folds, and then rinse really thoroughly. Any soap residue left in those folds can cause burning and irritation, so it's important to spend a little extra time rinsing to make sure all the cleanser is removed. Let me share a quick story. A 73-year-old retired accountant kept having recurring urinary tract infections until her urologist took a closer look at her hygiene routine. Turns out she was using antibacterial body soap and scrubbing vigorously, thinking that would prevent infections. But the aggressive cleaning actually destroyed her natural protective bacteria, making infections more likely. After she switched to a gentle, intimate wash and used the proper technique, her UTI frequency dropped from every month to none at all in over a year. Now, let's talk about body part number 4, your feet. Your feet really do carry you through life, but they're honestly one of the most neglected body parts, especially among seniors. Washing your feet daily isn't just about staying clean. It's about preventing infections, keeping your mobility, and catching those early warning signs of serious conditions like diabetes complications, circulation issues, or even skin cancers that can show up on your feet. After age 65, your feet face some unique challenges that make proper washing even more important. Reduced flexibility can make it tough to reach your feet. Decreased sensation, especially for folks with diabetes, means you might not notice problems as they develop. Thicker toenails can harbor fungus, and dry, cracked skin creates little entry points for bacteria. Plus, poor circulation slows healing, so even minor issues can turn into major complications. That's why daily foot inspection during washing is really essential preventive care. You know, most seniors either ignore their feet entirely or just wash them carelessly while standing in the shower, never actually seeing or touching them properly. But honestly, this approach misses the whole point. Foot washing should be an inspection ritual that catches problems early when they're easily treatable. The proper approach really requires sitting down, either on a shower chair, the edge of the bath, or even after showering on your bed or a chair. You need visual access to examine every surface. So lift one foot at a time, bringing it close enough so you can see clearly. If your vision or flexibility is limited, use a handheld mirror, or hey, just ask a family member for help. What you're looking for is just as important as the cleaning itself. Examine between each toe carefully. This dark, moist environment is where fungal infections tend to start. Look for white, soggy skin, any redness or cracking, all signs of athlete's foot. You'd be surprised, but many seniors have low-grade fungal infections for years without realizing it, and that weakens the skin and allows bacterial infections to develop. Be sure to check your soles for cracks, especially in the heel area. Fissured heels aren't just cosmetic issues. They're open wounds that bacteria can enter, causing cellulitis. For diabetics, even small cracks can become ulcers that lead to hospitalization or even amputation. If you spot cracks, aggressive moisturizing is absolutely essential. Also, look for any discolored spots, new moles, or changes in existing marks. Melanoma commonly appears on feet, particularly the soles, and seniors often miss it simply because they don't look. Early detection, honestly, is life-saving. Now, for the actual washing. Use mild soap and a soft washcloth or just your hands. Clean the top of your foot, then the sole, paying special attention to the heel. Wash between every toe individually. Don't just run soap over the foot and assume water will reach these spaces. It won't. And gently clean around and under your toenails, where debris tends to accumulate. So, let me share a story. A 76-year-old former construction worker developed a serious foot infection that unfortunately required hospitalization and intravenous antibiotics. The source? Well, it was actually a tiny cut between his toes that he never even noticed, mainly because he washed his feet standing up and never actually looked at them. His doctor emphasized that proper foot examination during washing could have caught this early, when just a topical treatment would have sufficed. Next up, let's talk about body part number 5. Your hands. Your hands are honestly the primary vehicle for disease transmission, making them the most important body part to wash. Not just in the shower, but, multiple times throughout every single day. For seniors with age-weakened immune systems, proper hand hygiene is the single most effective defense against infections, ranging from common colds to life-threatening pneumonia and sepsis. Research shows that proper hand washing reduces respiratory infections by 21% and gastrointestinal illness by 31% in older adults. These aren't just minor inconveniences for seniors. Respiratory infections are actually a leading cause of hospitalization and death in people over 65. A simple hand-washing habit literally saves lives in this age group. Your hands touch everything. Doorknobs, phones, shopping carts, money, railings, and honestly, your own face constantly. Each surface transfers bacteria and viruses to your hands, where they just wait for transport to your mouth, nose, eyes, or even your food. Without regular washing, your hands basically become contaminated vectors, carrying pathogens directly into your body. The shower provides one washing opportunity, but hands require attention far beyond that single daily cleaning. Critical hand-washing moments for seniors include before eating or preparing food, after using the bathroom, after touching garbage, after coughing or sneezing, after touching pets, after handling mail or packages, and after returning home from any public place. Yet studies show most people, including seniors, wash hands inadequately. They run water briefly without soap, miss key areas like thumbs and fingertips, or, they just don't wash long enough to actually remove pathogens. Effective hand washing requires specific technique and adequate time. Proper hand washing takes 20 to 30 seconds minimum, about as long as singing Happy Birthday twice. Wet hands with clean running water, apply soap, then lather by rubbing hands together. This mechanical friction is what actually removes germs. Scrub all surfaces: palms, backs of hands, between fingers, under nails, thumbs and wrists. Most people miss thumbs and fingertips, which, honestly, touch surfaces most frequently. All right, folks, let's dive into some additional tips. Pay special attention to under fingernails where bacteria tend to concentrate. Seniors often have longer nails, which can harbour more pathogens. It's a good idea to keep those nails trimmed short and use a nail brush if you have one handy. Now, if you wear rings, remember that bacteria can hide beneath them. Either remove your rings for washing or scrub around them thoroughly. Rinse completely under running water, ensuring all soap is removed. Soap residue can dry and crack the skin, creating openings for infection, which is something we definitely want to avoid. In public restrooms, turn off the faucet using a paper towel to avoid recontaminating your clean hands. Drying matters just as much as washing, you know. Wet hands transfer bacteria 1,000 times more effectively than dry hands. So pat your hands completely dry with a clean towel or an airdryer. At home, make sure towels are changed every 2 to 3 days and never shared. Each family member should have their own hand towel to prevent cross-contamination. There's a 71-year-old retired nurse who credited rigorous hand washing with never catching the flu, despite decades of exposure in healthcare settings and now living in a senior community where respiratory infections circulate constantly. She washes her hands immediately upon entering her apartment, before every meal and after any shared space activity. Her immunity isn't stronger. Her hygiene practices are simply excellent. Let's move on to body part 6, your anal area. This is the body part most seniors feel uncomfortable discussing, yet it's absolutely critical for preventing infections, maintaining dignity, and avoiding painful conditions that dramatically reduce quality of life. The anal area requires daily attention, and improper cleaning can contribute to urinary tract infections, yeast overgrowth, hemorrhoid complications, and serious skin breakdown that can lead to hospitalization. The anal area has uniquely delicate skin with many nerve endings and a high concentration of bacteria. Fecal matter contains pathogens that must be removed completely, but the tissue is easily damaged by harsh soaps or rough cleaning. This creates a balance challenge. Being thorough enough to prevent infection, yet gentle enough to avoid tissue damage. You know, many seniors make some critical mistakes when it comes to personal hygiene. Some folks use harsh antibacterial soaps, thinking that stronger cleaning is somehow better. But honestly, this strips away protective oils, causes chemical irritation, and can actually lead to anal fissures. Those are painful little tears in the delicate tissue that can take weeks to heal and easily become infected. Others might use rough washcloths or scrub a bit too vigorously, which creates these tiny micro-abrasions that end up being entry points for bacteria. Now, the proper approach really starts with using just your hand and a mild, unscented soap. Never washcloths or anything abrasive in this area. You'll want to position yourself so you can reach comfortably, either by standing with one leg elevated on the edge of the tub or by using a shower chair. Just apply a small amount of gentle soap to your hand, then clean the external anal area and the crease between your buttocks using gentle circular motions. And for those of you dealing with hemorrhoids, extra care is really essential. External hemorrhoids are swollen blood vessels that can protrude, so you need to clean around them without applying direct pressure that could cause pain or bleeding. If you happen to have active hemorrhoids, some doctors actually recommend washing with only water to avoid any soap irritation until things heal up. After washing, rinse thoroughly with comfortably warm water. A lot of seniors find that a handheld shower head works great for this area, since it lets you rinse completely without having to twist or contort yourself. In some cultures, people use bidets, which offer superior cleaning, especially helpful for seniors with mobility limitations. Bidet attachments for regular toilets are actually pretty inexpensive and can really improve anal hygiene for folks who struggle with traditional methods. And, you know, the direction of cleaning matters enormously, especially for women. Always wash from front to back, never the reverse. Wiping or washing from back to front can transfer fecal bacteria toward the urethra and vagina, causing urinary tract infections and vaginal infections. This principle applies during both toilet paper use and shower washing. Drying requires exceptional care. Pat gently with a clean towel designated for this area. Never rub, which irritates tissue and aggravates hemorrhoids. Ensure complete dryness, as moisture trapped in the anal area promotes fungal growth and bacterial proliferation. Some seniors benefit from using a hairdryer on a cool setting for complete, gentle drying. A 69-year-old retired engineer suffered recurring perirectal abscesses, painful infections near the anus requiring surgical drainage. His colorectal surgeon discovered inadequate anal hygiene was allowing bacteria to enter small fissures. After implementing proper daily washing technique and ensuring complete drying, he went 2 years without recurrence after having 4 abscesses in the previous 18 months. Every body part not on that list of 6 should be washed with water only, no soap. Your arms, legs, back, chest and stomach don't accumulate harmful bacteria that require daily soap. These areas host beneficial microbiomes that protect against harmful pathogens, regulate immune function, and maintain skin barrier integrity. Soap strips away natural oils your aging skin desperately needs. After 65, your skin produces 50% less oil than in youth, making it increasingly dry and fragile. Daily soap washing accelerates moisture loss, causing chronic dryness, itching, cracking and inflammation that increases infection risk. Your skin's acid mantle, a protective layer of beneficial bacteria and oils, takes 12 to 24 hours to rebuild after soap washing. Washing everything daily means you're constantly destroying this shield. Centenarian studies show those with the healthiest skin wash most body areas with water alone, preserving protective barriers that keep them resilient against infection and environmental damage throughout their exceptionally long lives. Use lukewarm water, never hot. Heat damages aging skin and causes dangerous blood pressure drops. Shower every other day unless you've been sweating heavily. Daily showers aren't necessary and strip protective oils. Choose fragrance-free, pH-balanced cleansers for sensitive skin. Install grab bars and use non-slip mats to prevent falls. Keep showers under 10 minutes to minimize moisture loss. Apply moisturizer within 3 minutes of drying to lock in hydration. These practices protect your skin barrier and reduce fall risk while maintaining essential hygiene. The healthiest centenarians don't scrub everything daily. They protect their skin's natural defenses by washing only what truly needs it. These 6 body parts require attention. Everything else needs protection, not soap. Starting tomorrow, wash your face, armpits, groin, feet, hands and anal area with gentle soap. Then rinse the rest with water only. Your skin barrier will strengthen and your natural immunity will improve. If this changed how you think about showering, hit that like button and subscribe for more life-changing senior health advice. Share this with someone who needs